Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Byte. I'm Dodger.
And I'm Octopimp, and today we're going to be talking about the Destiny expansion exclusive stuff.
Also some broken Batman PC port stuff, but first,
I wanted to talk about the Destiny expansion kind of debacle, I guess. Because what happened is they announced these exclusive things for the collector's edition of the new Destiny expansion, new armor shaders and emotes, and people were like, oh, we want these, but you can only get them if you buy the $80 collector edition, and you don't get them if you just buy the $40 regular expansion price. And everybody complained about it, and they got what they wanted, which makes me kind of upset. I don't like when that happens. I mean, I understand that it's unfair, but there was a lot of like pitchforking going on and complaining, and I get it. I mean, I totally understand. It's not Bungie's fault, you know. It was definitely not their choice to do it that way.
Right.
But the fact that, you know, this outcry, like, there was a lot of like really volatile complaining.
Setting the precedent of if we complain loud enough and for long enough, we'll always get what we want.
Yeah, as opposed to, I mean, it was unfair, but there are two sides to this coin. It's a really interesting situation to me. And the reason for that is, you know, they announce it and people say, hey, this isn't fair. I just wish they would have done it in a more civil way, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes companies don't listen to that kind of thing. So there are definitely two sides to this coin. But the situation is just very strange to me that everybody was saying, oh, hey, this isn't fair. We want these shaders and these emotes. And
I mean, I think a big part of it, right, was that people were also responding to their press release sort of being like, oh, I mean, obviously you would want to buy this thing, right? Like, are you saying that this stuff isn't good enough for you to want to throw some money at it? Like, what are you talking about? This stuff is awesome. And I think there was an implied tone in reading, which is always tough.
Yeah.
But there was a tone there that made people sort of irritated.
Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that the tone exacerbated the situation. So people really they were feeling kind of like they were being manipulated a little bit into being like, oh, you definitely want to buy this. And then I know that the gaming community at large definitely doesn't like feeling that way, that they're kind of being suckered into buying this DLC. So they complained and they turned it around, which I guess in a way is nice of them to do that, and that's really cool of them to offer that. It's just, I wish they would have done it in the first place and not had to have all this pitchforking go on.
Right.
And, like,
and it didn't, we're not still getting like all of that stuff though, right? It's like, if you've been around for a long time, you still get shaders?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think so. I guess something needed to happen for them to be like, hey, don't take advantage of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Batman PC port has been super borked to the point that they actually took it down from Steam so that they could fix it, which is kind of unprecedented. And it's hard to tell whether or not this is specifically because of the refund program that is now in place, because the PS4 version runs totally fine. It's the PC port that for a lot of people is just not running at all, or has a lot of problems. Textures are completely messed up. I was looking at, there's a picture that's been going around that compares the water textures of like rain.
Half and half.
Yeah, and it, like on one, basically it just looks like a greasy hand, like just wiped on your Batman's head.
Yeah.
It's like so bad. But they actually like took it down, and a lot of people are speculating that it's because there were so many refunds. So many people took advantage of the refund policy that's now on Steam that they were like, thank you, Gaben. That they were like, wow, we need to take this down and fix this, which is the right response.
Yes.
You know, like out of all of the possible responses they could have had, that is the right response. But I think the big question going around now is, why didn't you know that it was this broken in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a pretty bad situation for them in general. So for them to say, hey, we're taking it down, we're going to try our best to fix it, as opposed to them just being like, hey, your computers just suck too much.
That's so
for you
true.
to run this. Because I know for a fact that there are companies out there that have done that. That are like, this game might just be too demanding for most of those people. Sorry.
Not our fault. We're forward thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Although, if you think about it, a number of years ago, bad PC ports weren't necessarily that unusual.
That's true.
Of console games. Like, there were console games that would come out, and they would just kind of have bad PC ports, and
we deal with it.
Yeah, the consensus was just sort of like, well, buy it on console, you know?
Yeah.
And that kind of is a crappy attitude to have. So it's nice that they're actually like, for people that want to play it on PC, we do want to fix this for you.
Yeah.
So that's at least good, but it still is real bad. That's real bad. Like, there's just a whole train wreck of screw-ups that happen to release a version of the software that's in that state.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
And I feel so bad for the people who want to play it on PC too, because a lot of people that I know have said, man, this Batman has the best story out of any of the Batman games so far. Like, maybe a little too much Batmobile action, but, you know, really good story.
Well, there's a Batmobile in it.
Hey, there's a Batmobile in that game.
Yeah.
You have to ride it a lot, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's just really unfortunate that the launch had to be that bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you heard the conspiracy theory, though?
No.
The conspiracy theory is that they basically, like...
Let me get my tinfoil hat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the conspiracy theory is that they basically let whoever wanted to just do the PC port, like whatever the cheapest option was, basically.
They just pulled some guy off the street.
Yeah, they were like, yo, you know computers? You want to make a PC port?
Like, I used the computer once.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, and that was it. And that's how you got the Batman.
And that's how you got the Batman PC port.
Yeah. You know, at least there's the refunds, which is great. That's a really great thing on Steam's part and on their part for being like, hey, this sucks. We're going to fix it. Yeah, we're going to take it down.
Absolutely.
So.
So, we're going to round off this episode today by telling you that you should watch Hannibal because they're canceling it. I'm really sad about it. And
I'm just going to let you take this one.
Okay, if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch seasons 1 and 2 for freezy, or you can watch this season of Hannibal on NBC.com and let them know that they're making a huge mistake because Hannibal's a great TV show.
Mads Mikkelsen sounds like a character from Mad Max.
I wish! You would have been a great character.
That's all I know about Hannibal.
So yeah, you should absolutely go and watch Hannibal. Also, you should like, favorite, subscribe, and do all of the socials for Daily Byte. And we will see you guys again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.